Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. It's another weekly weigh-in and progress check-in, and we are on week 33. And if you're new here, hello and welcome aboard. My name is Susan, and I'm documenting my journey to lose 80 plus pounds in a safe, sane, and sustainable way. And I do use the Weight Watchers app for my weight loss program. I'm not a doctor, nutritionist, or fitness coach. I'm just somebody sharing what works, what doesn't work for me. And I am a lifetime dieter. My first diet was at 12. And I have been, if you don't know my history, I have been everything from overweight to morbidly obese throughout my entire adulthood. So I've been battling this a long, long time. And just real briefly, when I started this channel back in March of 2025, I was kind of at the end of my road. It had been a long year, couple of years of stress and struggle, and of course, I had gained a lot of weight back after working really hard to get weight off. My top number was 242.2. I had gotten down into, I think it was around 194, and of course gained weight back. And March 2025, I was back up into the 230s, and I have been a ping pong ball my entire life. And I didn't want to go into my 6th decade on this planet fighting the same old tired battle. So my choice was to quit dieting, quit trying to achieve, go on a diet, go off a diet, that whole hamster wheel that we put ourselves through. Or I do it one more time, give myself one more chance, but I would have to do things very differently. And I would have to really really dig deep into those dark places that you stuff down. You use food to stuff those things down, emotions, traumas. For me, I've had a lot of anxiety my whole life. In fact, I started having full-blown panic attacks in, I think it was kindergarten when I had my first one. I thought I was dying, but I didn't die. Um, and, I thought when I brought this up, I felt like I was dying. It's like, oh, you're just oversensitive and you take things too seriously, and calm down. So, and needless to say, I didn't get any help for that. But over the years, I was so excited when I got my adult library card, because then all I did was check out psychology books and self-help books, and that I did most of my life trying to, if something felt wrong, I try to figure out what was the answer and how to make things right. So yes, anxiety, and everybody's got a coping mechanism. Some people go for the alcohol, some people go for drugs, some people go for gambling, some people shop. Everybody has a coping mechanism when they don't feel well. They're just trying to make themselves feel better. My drug of choice is food. And yeah, it's been a battle. So I know that was kind of long and rambly, but I just wanted to say thank you so much, because this channel has, it's made it to over 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much. If you're new here, thank you for taking the time to listen. If you've been here since day one, I am so humbled by the stories, the comments you leave. And I just started this off for accountability's sake. I didn't think anybody was going to find this or listen to this, but I thought if I can get these words out and what my little goals were and what I was promising myself to do, when I had a bad moment, I could go back to the video and hear myself just talk to myself this way and remind me of why I'm trying this one more time. But people found me, and it's been growing little by little. I don't do it, hasn't blown up, and that's just fine. I want to keep it as I understand the lighting may not be so great. The editing's kind of choppy. It's not the most exciting thing, but that's what real weight loss is. It's not exciting and sexy. It's just grinding away day after day. And if you fall down, you pick yourself up, start over again, and you just have to keep going. I wish I could offer a magic formula. I don't have it. It's old school. Change what you're eating, move a little bit more, really investigate why you overeat, you binge, why you're using food the way you do, and little by little make changes. And don't one of the hardest things was being all or nothing. That was me. I would just go, okay, I'm starting on Monday, and then it was no sugar, no junk food, no. I'd cut out whole food groups. I'd exercise for 2 hours a day like a maniac. I would cut my calories really low. Sure, did I lose a lot of weight fast? Absolutely. I've lost 30 to 40 pounds in like 3 months. So yeah, I can grind at it, but you know what? Every time, and it usually was around the 3 or 4 month mark, I started fizzling out. I just couldn't maintain that level of restriction. It's hard to go out and just enjoy yourself. It's hard to go out to eat and just enjoy yourself. And if you had a normal meal, well, I say normal. Yeah, if you had a little extra, or if it was a holiday, then there was all the self-loathing, and usually that would turn into a bender that would just it'd be weeks, it would be months, all that weight would come back, and that was the cycle. I'm sure you're very familiar with it. So I know I got very long-winded here, but let's get to how this week went. Down zero point 0.7, so now I weigh in at 198, so we're still staying in Wonderland. So now we're at a total of 35.5 pounds down, not quite at the halfway mark, but inching ever so closer. As far as exercise went this week, I did not, I've been really struggling with getting those steps. And I know I did this thing, October reset, and I was aiming for 10,000 steps a day or 70,000 steps a week. I knew some days I wasn't going to get that 10,000 in, but I was supposed to make it up on other days. That has been really difficult. But this week I did do a lot of exercise. I was feeling very old school, very a decade before. I pulled out my Denise Austin tapes, and I've just been bouncing around in my room and doing stuff with weights, doing Pilates, doing compound moves, just kind of old school kind of exercise and cardio. And it feels really good. So you know what? Yeah, I didn't get my steps in, but I still got plenty of cardio in. One DVD I did was like an hour long, and I made it through the whole DVD. Food-wise, I did stick to my points. I logged in all my food on WeightWatchers, and I ended up with 49 weeklies left over. So I did not dip into all my weekly points. If you know anything about WeightWatchers, they give you a daily points range and a weekly points range. And also you can accrue activity points. So yeah, I was left for 49, so I didn't dip all the way into that. 0.7, I will take it. I lost my train of thought for a second. So yes, this process is taking longer than I'm used to as far as weight loss, but the best thing is I feel it's more livable. I'm not so restrictive. And the weight that comes off is not coming back. I'm not struggling to try and maintain that loss in one. So I'm happy to be another week in Wonderland. That means it's a true weight loss. It wasn't just, you know, a lucky day when I weighed in and, water weight was down. I'm for reals in Wonderland. So that's where we are this week. And my encouragement and why I keep showing up and doing these videos is I know now that from through the comments, there's so many of you out there like me who have been at this their entire lives, and it started in childhood, and you're frustrated and you're tired of the hamster wheel. You're tired of having always this burden of the weight, and you're looking for a solution, or you wouldn't be finding YouTube channels like this. I don't have any magic. It's just changing your habits one at a time, staying as consistent as possible, doing the right things more often than you stray, and we're going to. You don't expect to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You just got to keep showing up and get back on track sooner. Don't let those weekends or that one meal or that one upset snowball for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, months. Just nip it in the bud as soon as you can. Now, that's really the best advice I can give you because that's what I'm finally doing. I don't let those moments get away on me and blow up all the progress I've made so far. So again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing and liking, leaving comments. I'm just so humbled by this. I had no idea that months later I'd be here and still doing this. I was just, I'll give it a try, see what happens and see if it works. And it really is helping me because when I'm having those rough moments, I'm like, well, what am I going to say? You know, what am I going to say in my weekly update? You know, what am I going to show when I do my what I eat in a days? You know, this is real life. It's slow and sometimes it's boring. And I eat repetitive foods and that's what's working. So again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. And I'll be back on Monday with another what I eat in a day. And if you're liking content like this, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, and that little notification bell so you know when I'm uploading new content. And I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.